Hi, I'm John Griesbach with Diamond H2O. Today I just want to go through some of the basic maintenance components when your system's not working on a Patriot water softener. What this is going to cover is the 1 inch and 1 1/4 valves. Really the biggest thing that I want to just cover here are where some of the items are. So to start, you've got your main control, you've got your piston. However, the things that we're going to be looking at today are on the side here. My cutaway valve, you can see the internals of the valve itself. You can also see where the meter turbine is located. Okay, to remove a meter turbine, first take off your pressure, put the system in bypass, and you can unthread the nut using a flathead screwdriver. There's a notch in the top of the turbine itself, the turbine assembly itself. You can just kind of loosen that up. On my cutaway, I've got a little bit better access to it. It pulls out, and you have access to your turbine to make sure that it is indeed spinning freely. If you do need to take it apart, it just pulls right off of the spindle, plugs back in. You can make sure that there is no obstruction, no Teflon tape or anything of that nature if it is not registering flow on the control. If you leave your control plugged in, you can spin the turbine and confirm that it is indeed registering flow. To put it back in, you just press it back in and put the nut back on. From there, a couple other key components. You do have your drain line. In a drain line, you will have inside this white retainer, you will have a drain line flow control. In this one, there is not one in here. However, a little rubber drain line flow control will be inserted there. That's the size of which is going to be determined by the size of the tank that you have. Making sure it's free from any obstructions or buildup is always key to a quality regeneration. Second item you have in the back here is going to be your brine line going to your salt tank, inside of which you will have a brine line flow control. On the 1 inch and 1 1/4 valves, that flow control is ½ gallon a minute. So making sure it is clean, making sure that your connections are tight. A lot of the older valves have a compression nut here. Newer valves have a push lock style fitting. Again, making sure that tubes are inserted tightly. On the older compression style valves, making sure that your your little ferrule for on the inside of the tubing is inserted. That way when you compress it, it has something to compress against. The last item is under this cap. You can use a wrench, or if you do have the handy dandy wrench for removing the piston, you can also utilize that to remove your injector cap assembly. Once you have it loose, you can thread that off. As you can see, my injector's jumping around in there because it wasn't in tight. On the cutaway, yours will be in there inserted tight from this angle. Now under this cap, I'll show you on another valve. I'll just tear this apart quickly. You're going to actually have a screen located underneath the cap. So you actually have your injector screen located underneath the cap. If you want to clean it, the screen comes right out. Put it back in, it just presses in. Now, one of the keys are with this cap is it is actually a injector removal tool as well. So you just put it in kind of crossways, and you just hook it. Use it the sharp edge to hook the lip on your injector, and it pulls up. Helps allow you to not need needle-nose pliers or things that end up, you see in training, we give people tools to take these apart without showing them, and everyone grabs it with a pliers and they want to pull it out. You don't necessarily need a pliers. You can utilize the cap to pull that out. You can press that injector back in, put your screen back on, put the cap back down. The wrench doubles as a removal tool for your cap. It also can be used for your adapter nuts, for your bypass, and also for your drain. So it's a very handy tool to have, so if you don't have one, definitely feel free to contact us and we can get you set up with a service tool for your service trucks.